They tell us they're building utopia, connecting the planet, curing disease, unleashing AI that will solve everything. But their bank accounts tell a different story. These are the same men quietly converting the trillions they extracted from us into escape pods. They aren't betting on a brighter future. They're mathematically betting on total collapse, and they've already started packing the lifeboats. This isn't fringe paranoia. It's an open secret among the elite. In 2017, LinkedIn co-founder Reid Hoffman looked his Silicon Valley peers in the eye and admitted, over 50% of them have already purchased what they privately call apocalypse insurance. In their circles, casually saying, "I'm buying a house in New Zealand," isn't real estate talk. It's the Masonic handshake. It means you've secured your doomsday exit ticket. And recent reports confirm the trend is accelerating. Hundreds of millionaires and billionaires have poured money into New Zealand shelters between 2016 and 2024 alone. Look at Mark Zuckerberg. While preaching global connection, he's poured more than $270 million and counting into a sprawling Kauai compound that now includes multiple mansions, a massive underground shelter with blast doors, its own power grid, water systems, and an escape hatch. 2025 updates show he's still expanding, adding new structures on land that reportedly overlap sensitive cultural sites. But even this fortress is entry-level. To see the true scale of the paranoia, we must examine the man building the most dangerous technology on Earth, and the pact he struck to survive the world he's helping create. Because if the people inventing tomorrow are already preparing for its end, what exactly do they know that the rest of us are being kept from seeing? Infinite money doesn't just buy land. It buys sovereign immunity. Enter the booming market of golden passports and citizenship by investment programs. Billionaires are snapping up secondary passports in remote, defensible nations, New Zealand, Cyprus, Vanuatu, and beyond. So when the grid fails or the public turns, they can legally vanish. Recent 2025 data shows a surge in American ultra-wealthy using these routes for Plan B mobility. No one takes this deadlier than the architects of AI. In 2016, OpenAI's Sam Altman openly described his doomsday pact with Peter Thiel. If civilization collapses, synthetic virus, nuclear exchange, rogue AI, they board a private jet and fly straight to Thiel's fortified New Zealand estate. Altman later downplayed it, but the plan never went away. One question lingers. What does the man steering the most powerful technology in history know about our future that he isn't telling the public? Thiel tried to carve a massive 18-acre bunker lodge into Mount Alpha overlooking Lake Wanaka. Local government rejected it, twice, because the earthworks would destroy an outstanding natural landscape. Appeals failed as recently as 2024, yet he still owns multiple NZ properties. And here's the twist that exposes the fantasy. Investigative journalist Annie Jacobson recently laid out the brutal math. From nuclear launch to nuclear winter is only 72 minutes. Most of these billionaires are in California or New York. Even a private jet can't beat that clock. New Zealand is only for those who still want solid ground beneath their feet. For the ones who want to live entirely outside human laws, they're turning to the ocean and deep underground. And that's where the real war architecture begins. Can't buy a mountain. Buy a Cold War weapon of mass destruction and turn it into a luxury hotel. Companies like Survival Condo have converted decommissioned Atlas ICBM silos into 15-story subterranean fortresses. Demand exploded after 2022 and keeps surging in 2025 to 2026. Half-floor units now trading around $1.2–1.3 million, with custom complexes scaling up to 300,000 square feet. For a few million, you get aquaponic tilapia farms, surgical bays, movie theaters, volcanic ash air scrubbers, and 5 years of supplies for up to 75 people. But the real story is the offensive layer. Remote-controlled sniper posts, armored vehicles, and systems explicitly designed to hold off the desperate crowds. Left above, when the supply chains these same billionaires profit from finally break. These bunkers aren't pointed at foreign armies, they're pointed outward, at us. The hungry, angry public that will be abandoned when the systems they helped destabilize collapse. They have the walls, they have the food, they have the guns. But there is one fatal flaw so dangerous they're holding secret desert summits to solve it. And the solutions they're willing to consider reveal the cold sociopathy at the center of their escape fantasy. Media theorist Douglas Rushkoff was flown to a remote desert compound in 2017, expecting to speak to investment bankers about tech's future. Instead, 5 ultra-wealthy men sat him at a private table. They didn't want predictions. They wanted advice on the event, the total collapse they see coming. They didn't ask how to stop the collapse. They asked the question that exposes everything. After the event, when money is worthless, how do we stop our own armed security guards from turning their guns on us and seizing the bunker? Rushkoff watched them brainstorm combination locks only the owners would know, replacing humans entirely with autonomous robots. And most chilling, forcing security teams to wear disciplinary shock collars for absolute loyalty once society's rules evaporate. As he later wrote in Survival of the Richest, this is the mindset, the belief that money and technology can let them break the laws of physics, economics, and basic human loyalty. These fortresses aren't about saving humanity. They're about ensuring that even after the world they helped shape burns, they remain the masters, and we remain the subjects. They aren't trying to survive the end. They're trying to outlive it. The paranoia didn't stay hidden. By early 2026, the luxury bunker industry exploded. Atlas Survival Shelters, the world's largest manufacturer, reported orders from the ultra-rich jumping tenfold after fresh global tensions. Their Texas factory is running non-stop, with monthly sales already hitting $2 million and projections climbing toward $50 million. Tech moguls who once built in secret are now openly shopping for the most elaborate models money can buy. What changed? The elite no longer want to hide alone. They want to rule together. Enter the next evolution, members-only apocalypse compounds. In 2025, a Virginia-based firm unveiled Airy, a $300 million underground fortress set to open summer 2026 near Washington, D.C. It will house 625 of the world's wealthiest in luxury suites, with robotic medical bays, indoor swimming pools, fine dining restaurants, and AI-managed systems that run everything from air filtration to security. A single membership starts at $20 million. This isn't a bunker anymore. It's a private underground city for the 1%, complete with its own governance and rules. And here's the twist that reveals their deepest fear. Many of the biggest buyers aren't prepping for climate collapse or pandemics. They're prepping for the backlash against the very AI they're racing to release. Former OpenAI leaders have openly discussed building bunkers before AGI drops. The concern isn't that the machines will turn on humanity. It's that humanity will turn on the men who built them. Job displacement on a scale never seen before, public rage, and the realization that the technology they profit from could make them public enemy number one. So they're turning their bunkers into fortified clubs where AI and robots don't just help them survive, they help them stay in control. The escape plan has evolved. No longer lone wolves in concrete holes. They're building private societies underground, staffed by machines they trust more than people. But even these exclusive clubs have one final vulnerability: the global financial system that created their trillions in the first place. The billionaires are preparing for the collapse. But who is steering the global economy straight toward the iceberg? 3 firms, BlackRock, Vanguard, and State Street, still control more than $30 trillion and hold major stakes in nearly every major corporation on Earth. If you want to see exactly who is driving the ship while the elite pack the lifeboats, and now build underground clubs to rule what's left, click the video on screen right now. Smash like to force this truth into the algorithm. Comment: do you believe their new members-only bunkers and robot-guarded clubs will actually save them from the collapse they helped engineer? Subscribe to Elite Anonymous. Hit notifications. I'll see you in the next one, because the escape plan is already in motion, and the clubs are already filling up.